Hazardshift. Here we are, War 3 of the season. We are currently 0-2, so rough start to the season. But hey, we keep on moving. We're still aiming and pushing for top 10. So here we are, kicking things off. I have this Note 12 Enchantress who I've never fought a day in my life. And, you know, it's like my early days of using Spider-Woman. So like midway during this fight, I ended up learning that, oh, hey, as long as we have these debilitate debuffs on, we don't take that damage back when she throws her spells and everything. So yeah, you know, it's learning experience. And yeah, like I said, I never did this fight before. At least I learned that, hey, this auto block doesn't like parry stun me. So we keep on going. And after we got our SP2 off, we got a few more Furies. You know, we can, when we throw our SP1, it doesn't matter if she blocks it or not. The power stings will still stick. So that's kind of our plan right here. You can see we got an SP1 off, got a bunch of power stings. Now if we did have her at least 2 bars of power, yeah, that would have been a very nice SP2. So at this point, I'm just, you know, I get my parry in, I fire my SP1, just try to push her to SP1. Like I said, if I did this fight again, it definitely would go a lot smoother than I am right now. What I would probably try to do is make sure she has at least 2 bars of power when she does throw her specials. So, you know, I still feel safe even though I've taken like, you know, big hits. I'm ticking down like crazy from these passive DOT effects, but I'm like, okay, cool, you know. I have a better handle and idea of this fight going forward. So we're not too worried. They're off in SP1, get a bunch of power stings. At this point, I'm just like, hey, throw your special. Hey, throw your special. She does. So at this point, even though we're cornered, I'm actually not panicking at all. I know, it seems crazy, right, with how low my health was, but it was like, I knew I had this fight, and I knew I was also just ticking because of that passive damage I had on me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I've experienced this fight. Next time, it would definitely go a lot smoother, because now, you know, I actually know what the fight is like. To watch a video of a fight, you're like, okay, cool, then to actually be, you know, in the trenches doing the fight, 2 different experiences. But now that I've seen videos, now that I've actually done the fight, like I said, I'm more confident going forward. Okay, so here we are with this Arceus on path 3. I don't know, I don't remember these nodes, so I look at them. Okay, encroaching stun and some other irrelevant things. So hey, we're here, we're gonna use Isophane. She is Cold Snap immune. We're gonna have an invulnerability boost if, you know, we can push Arceus to SP3, it won't matter. So I think my plan here is just a couple of SP1s into SP2 and that should end the fight. Now Isophane has a chance to nullify on her light attack, so we got rid of his power gain immediately. He's unawakened, so you can parry Arceus with no worries of him purifying your stun. So get an SP1 off. And I just peeked the encroaching stun timer. Luckily that worked out in our favor. We get 2 SP1s off, and at this point I think we're just going, you know, hey, we're just going forward. So we got 3 SP1s, 6 vulnerabilities, and a big juicy SP2 should seal the job. We stopped our combo short mostly because of the encroaching stun timer. They didn't want to be in one of those positions where we throw the SP2 and, you know, in that case we don't crit at all, and plus we miss the first hit, and now we have to deal with encroaching stun. But either way it goes, Arceus goes down. Just one more hit or whatever should do it. There we go. Like I said, unawakened Arceus, not the biggest threat, you know. He won't shrug your parries or any other non-damaging debuff, so you're kind of fine. Plus, Isophane can easily handle all the power gain buffs, and she's Cold Snap immune. So here we have a red skull, and like I said, these were so long ago, I don't remember the nodes. Apparently I still have time with my invulnerability boost, and we had a heal up Spider-Woman. Okay, safeguard and something else. So, like I said, these are my earlier days of Spider-Woman, so I probably spammed SP1 compared to just, you know, SP2 and SP1, but hey, oh, you know what, we're gonna learn together what I did. Because at this point, this was like 2.5 weeks ago. Okay. So we get up our SP2. And there is a way if you're quick enough. Yeah, you know, she has her evade since he was unstoppable. So we were able to like dash into his after his SP2 to get rid of his unstoppable. And since Spider-Woman's auto evade would kick in, hey, we were safe. Nothing to worry about. Alright, so now we can start doing our SP1s and applying power stings. And you know, ideally we want him at least 2 bars of power. The more power he has, the more power sting damage he takes when he throws a special. So yeah, you know, that's all like pretty cool trick. At least with Spider-Woman, you can just dash in, get rid of the unstoppable. Red Skull tries to attack you, he just can't. Unless the node countered evade. Now I do know with other champions, if you are quick enough, you know, I don't know the exact timing myself, I haven't really tried it out, but yeah, you can still dash in and punish Red Skull and get rid of the unstoppable and even hit him before he reacts to hit you. So that's something I'll probably end up, you know, practicing, getting an idea of, because hey, that can really speed up a BG's match, and you know, time can be very important, especially the higher you're trying to push and climb. But at this point, the Red Skull's fight's going pretty straightforward, you know. And at this point, just one more combo, one more special, the fight should be over. Probably could have went, like, you know, after my Furies ran out, I could have went back to SP2, then SP1, but we didn't see the need for it. Like I said, I don't remember this node, so I don't remember why I'm doing medium lights. Maybe he auto blocks, I don't know. And there we have it. Red Skull's down, fight's over, we didn't die, that's all that matters. And like I said, you know, this is my earlier days of Spider-Woman. Now I'm a lot more comfortable using her. I definitely have done a lot more BG fights with her, so live and learn, grow better. Alright. Now we're going into one of these fights where, you know, you sit there and you'll be like, wait, I gotta sign what? So we have this Hazardshift Lumatrix boss who I'm using Deathless Thanos for. I know the guy is stun immune, and honestly, hopefully I look at the nose. I don't remember what the Hazardshift was, but the plan here is a power start 1 boost, and poison and rupture. The big plans are, and we're back. Alright, where were we? Yeah, this poison rupture Lumatrix boss. The big thing here is you want to be able to get the 10 hits as quickly as you can, so you can get your counter punch on unstoppable, and unfortunately, you don't be like me, I lost my combo already. So it's like now at this point it's like, oh, this fight is going downhill, because you want to be able to get your 10 hits, that way you can yeah, so now we have a counter punch charge. You can get your counter punch and you can counter his miss. So at this point it's like, buddy, throw your special. Okay, so the last hit we get unstoppable, we do our counter punch, and boom, there we go. So now, you know, it's like, okay, we're getting things back in control. We're trying to bait out an SP1. Ideally, you block the SP1, final hit hits you. You can counter punch it, punish his miss, and you just go from there. So now we have 8 Fury, trying to bait out another SP1. We are poison immune, so hopefully we can do a bunch of damage during this phase and not worry about the damage back. So See, at this point, we're back in our rhythm. He hits our block, we get our counter punch, we counter his miss. We're only hitting him once because we're not rupture immune, and you know, we kind of like screwed up at the beginning. Don't tell the officers I started off with light attacks. But there we have it. Like I said, definitely a fight we can clean up in the future. But hey, Thanos made a work of it. So that was my contribution to this war, and luckily, you know what, we did win this war. So the war 3, we finally went 1 and 2 for the season, and hey, like I said, we're still pushing for that top 10. So I think we either started off in the 2nd level of Masters or high plat 1 of the 2, I forgot. But stay tuned to see how we climb or fall. So until next time, peace.